When does a traffic stop become a use of force? In 2007, the United States Supreme Court established a critical standard governing police pursuits. Officers are permitted to terminate a dangerous high-speed chase when a fleeing suspect poses a threat to the public, even when that intervention carries significant risk to the suspect. But legality does not answer the tactical question. Every pursuit forces officers to solve a real-time decision problem. Act too aggressively, and innocent lives are endangered. Act too cautiously, and a dangerous suspect escapes control. This analysis examines how those decisions are actually made. For the next hour, we will apply a structured evaluation model, the pursuit decision matrix, to 3 incidents that pushed law enforcement procedure to its operational limits. This framework evaluates 3 factors: threat to the public, control options available, probability of escalation. By the end of this video, you will understand how officers determine when to intervene, when to disengage, and when technology replaces physical force. You are not watching chases. You are observing structured risk management in motion. Welcome to Incident Uncovered. The first incident presents an immediate tactical dilemma. How do officers stop a vehicle that cannot be safely intercepted using standard pursuit techniques? This case demonstrates how control shifts from direct intervention to environmental containment. May 2023, police receive reports of a stolen school bus traveling erratically through suburban streets. The vehicle ignores traffic signals, crosses into opposing lanes, and accelerates toward a state border. A school bus weighs approximately 24,000 pounds. A standard patrol vehicle weighs roughly 4,500 pounds. This mass disparity fundamentally alters tactical options. Applying the pursuit decision matrix: threat level, high; control options, severely limited; escalation risk, increasing. Officers cannot safely execute a precision immobilization maneuver. The physics do not permit it. This pursuit is no longer about stopping a vehicle quickly. It is about preventing catastrophic contact. As the bus crosses jurisdictional boundaries, command responsibility transfers across agencies. Coordination becomes as critical as speed. Notice the formation pattern of responding units. They maintain distance rather than attempting direct engagement. This is a deliberate strategy. When mechanical intervention is unsafe, time becomes the primary control mechanism. The objective shifts: extend duration, reduce civilian exposure, guide movement away from populated areas. This is containment, not confrontation. Spike strips are deployed. The tires fail, but the vehicle continues moving on damaged wheels. Traction decreases, but forward motion persists. The environment now becomes the decisive factor. The bus leaves the roadway and enters soft agricultural terrain. The ground cannot support its weight. The vehicle slows, then immobilizes. Control is achieved without force application. Officers transition from pursuit posture to high-risk stop procedure. Spacing is maintained. Perimeter integrity is prioritized. The suspect is taken into custody without civilian injury. This incident illustrates a fundamental operational principle. When direct intervention increases risk, officers shift from force to influence. The vehicle was not defeated by speed. It was defeated by environment. But what happens when the suspect vehicle is not slow and heavy, but engineered for extreme speed? That requires a completely different solution. The second incident presents a different tactical challenge. How do officers control a suspect vehicle that exceeds safe patrol speeds? The solution is not faster pursuit. The solution is persistent visibility. A high-performance vehicle accelerates to speeds exceeding 150 miles per hour through a major metropolitan area. Applying the pursuit decision matrix: threat level, severe control options, aerial tracking, escalation risk, extreme. If ground pursuit continues, ground officers attempt to maintain visual contact, but cannot safely match the vehicle's performance capabilities. A supervisory decision is made: ground units disengage. This decision appears counterintuitive. It is not withdrawal. It is risk reduction. When direct pressure is removed, suspect behavior changes. Without immediate pursuit stimulus, drivers often reduce speed. Adrenaline decreases. Decision errors increase. Meanwhile, aerial observation maintains uninterrupted tracking. Control is maintained without proximity. This represents a critical procedural principle. Control is defined by information dominance, not physical distance. The suspect believes he has escaped detection. He reduces speed. He stops. Unmarked units converge quietly. The arrest occurs without collision, without high-speed intervention, and without civilian exposure. This case demonstrates the strategic advantage of vertical control. You may outrun a patrol vehicle. You cannot outrun coordinated observation. But what happens when officers do not need to pursue at all? Our final case demonstrates how modern technology transforms physical pursuit into remote intervention. The third incident introduces a modern tactical dilemma. How do officers stop a fleeing suspect without initiating a physical pursuit? The solution is system-level control. An individual escapes custody during medical supervision and acquires a connected vehicle. The suspect accelerates toward a major interstate corridor with heavy traffic density. Applying the pursuit decision matrix, threat level, high control options, digital intervention escalation risk, traffic collision. Traditional pursuit would introduce additional risk to surrounding motorists. Investigators coordinate with the vehicle's remote services provider. This is not a chase. This is a controlled shutdown. The vehicle receives a remote command. Engine power is gradually reduced. Hazard indicators activate automatically. Speed declines in a controlled manner. The driver attempts acceleration, but cannot override system control. Officers position vehicles around the slowing car. The suspect is contained without impact, without spike strips, and without physical force. This incident reveals a structural shift in modern law enforcement strategy. Force is no longer applied to the suspect. Force is applied to the system controlling the vehicle. The pursuit ends not through confrontation, but through technological intervention. These three incidents appear different in method, but identical in objective. Each demonstrates a consistent operational principle. Modern pursuit strategy is not speed versus speed. It is control versus unpredictability. Using the pursuit decision matrix, officers evaluate risk, select the least dangerous control method, and act within the constraints of physics, environment, and law. The most effective pursuit is not the most aggressive. It is the most controlled. The preservation of life remains the governing standard. The most significant interventions are often the least visible. If you value procedural clarity over spectacle, you are in the right place. This is Incident Uncovered. Thank you for watching.